Hey friend, it's LaMorvielle and welcome back to Brand Impact 365. Today I had to rethink everything I thought about social media, and in particularly one thing that instantly made posting feel lighter and more natural. And I want to share it with you because if posting ever feels stressful for you, this might actually help. So let's get into it. So earlier today, I was thinking about what I needed to post on social media. And really, it started to feel like a chore, right? I started feeling like it's feeling like a task, something heavy that I have to do. I started thinking like, what do I need to say, right? Or is this good enough? Does this fit the algorithm of, whatever platform I'm posting on? And then in the middle of all that overthinking and just kind of feeling a little overwhelmed, I had to ask myself, so why am I feeling so overwhelmed? Why is this feeling super heavy? Is this feels like such a job, such a chore today? And I realized that I was treating social media like it was a homework assignment, right? Instead of what it is, a conversation. Okay. When when you treat something like a task, okay, it almost feels like you're putting added pressure on yourself. But when you treat it like a conversation, right, you start actually feeling connected to it. And that's the one thing that shifted, right? Everything kind of just changed when I started thinking more like the connection piece instead of this, I have to get this done, right? So instead of trying to create the most perfect post, I started asking myself, so what would I say if I was talking to somebody face to face, right? Okay. Because it's not polished when I talk to somebody, in person. It's not scripted. It's not stressful, right? It's just easy, simple, honest. And suddenly I found that my messaging started to flow a little bit easier. I was able to talk the way I talk. I shared what I actually learned with you that day. I also showed up and felt more like me. And, it wasn't like the social media version of me, right? It was like really me. And the funny thing, I really feel like it, after doing it this way, also, it was just easier, cleaner, and just a lot more natural. So, I realized that, your content will feel better, okay, when you stop performing and you start communicating. I know a lot of entrepreneurs, especially newer ones, feel pressured to make every post perfect. But the real truth is that people don't connect when things are perfect. It just looks too polished, right? People connect when things are real. When you treat social media like a conversation, your voice starts sounding more natural, your ideas start coming out, a little easier, your personality starts shining through, and then all that stress that you felt before, it starts going away and your consistency starts going up. Because conversations are effortless. It doesn't take a lot of energy, right? It doesn't feel like a heavy task when you're just having a conversation. So when you talk to your audience instead of talking at them, your post and your tone and your message, they start landing a little differently. Okay. So here's something that you can try. Decide to make a post today, but before you do, okay, ask yourself, if I was to if I were saying this to a friend, okay, how would I say it? Okay, not in a marketing, social media language, not in the perfect words, right? Not in some polished script, just a simple conversation. Why don't you try this? Okay, share what you've learned, or share something that's helped you, or you can share something that maybe you've noticed, or something that you're excited to talk about. Just share something like a true human being would, because your audience is made up of humans, right? That's how they're going to connect with you if you just stay real. So when you show up and you're communicating like it's a conversation, your brand becomes more approachable, more likable. People can engage a little bit easier, they can connect with you a little bit more, and you actually stand out more because now you seem more memorable. All right. So that's today's episode, friend. Remember that social media is not about, being perfect or performing in some kind of way. It's about conversation. Okay. And when you treat it that way, everything becomes so much easier. All right. Remember, please to subscribe to the channel, especially if you found some value in this video. And I will be back in the next one.